Pisces, the person on your mind this week, how do they feel? What are their intentions and what are their actions towards you? This will not resonate with everyone. Take what does, leave the rest, switch the roles if you have to. Check out your moon, your rising, and your Venus for additional messages. If this reading makes absolutely no sense to you, if you're not dealing with anybody, this is not your reading. Anyways, Pisces, how they feel. We have the Eight of Swords clarified by the Six of Wands. It feels very restricted, very limited. This person is looking at this situation in a very negative light. They are looking at this with a glass half empty mentality. They don't really feel like they can have success with you. They don't feel like they can achieve something with you. You may have blocked them or they don't have access to you or vice versa. You know, the Eight of Swords could also talk about someone that is in prison. Someone could be in prison. That's very specific, not for everyone. But the main message I get with their feelings, they're having a hard time looking at the light at the end of the tunnel. With the intentions, we have the Nine of Pentacles in reverse, clarified by Death, and the Two of Wands. For some of you, you may have cut this person off, or it's almost like they don't have access to you. And I say that because with the Nine of Pentacles in reverse, it talks about someone who needs to depend on someone who is relying on the other. But it's clarified by the Death card. So I mean, it feels like they can no longer do that. And I am seeing a distance here. Two of Wands, it's like, wishy-washy energy, one foot in, one foot out. I don't know if this is something that they have decided, or maybe you have cut some type of access. Some of you, it could have been monetary. Maybe if you were providing or you were giving this person money, you no longer are doing that. But the same can go with time, energy, resources, whatever it is that you were giving this person. I feel like as intentions, they're aware that they can no longer have that, or um, can get that from you. That's what that feels like. With the actions, the star, this is healing a situation. This could be even an apology, but it almost feels like when I clarified it with the Five of Swords and the Ace of Pentacles, again, it goes back to there's something that they could be gaining from you, something that it's almost like a convenient thing. I'm also getting on the outside, it looks like this person wants to heal the situation. They may want to apologize or something unconditional. But then when it comes down to it, I feel like this person either they lack self-awareness, they don't take accountability, or they may even be, and this is so sad, but they may even be jealous or envious of your success. If you have achieved something, if you have um maybe, I don't know your situation, but whatever kind of things that you have gotten in your life, it's almost like they're either jealous or they downplay it, or they're coming in with kind of a little bit of a nasty energy with that Five of Swords. I also feel like this person has a big ego, a lot of pride, and they like to take control or have control of a situation. So when they feel like they can't do that, it is a problem. I'm getting also some of them, they may even, with the Ace of Pentacles and the Five of Swords, they may either use you, or, like I said, it just goes back to just gaining something for you. I'm getting a bit of an opportunity, what's it called? Opportunity to, I can't say that word. A person who just, overall, they take advantage, and they just really think of themselves. That's what that feels like. This person will come in and, all right, let's have a conversation. But as you into this conversation, it's almost like they keep blaming you. They're not taking whatever it is that they could have done wrong. They don't admit to it, accept it, acknowledge it. It's kind of like all about them. That's what that feels like. Let me get, how do you feel about them? How does the Pisces feel about this person? So we have the Ace of Swords. So you've had some type of realization. You realize that all this person does is stress you out. You have a lot of anxiety. They deplete your energy in some way. Maybe you didn't realize this immediately, but I feel like with time, you started to understand what this person did to you and how they made you feel. Ace Swords and Nine of Swords. Now we have 10 Swords. This person could have betrayed you, betrayed your trust, or there could have been some some intense ending here. I feel like I mean, they may be hurt, you may be hurt, but with that Ace of Swords and Nine of Swords, Ten of Swords, that is the ultimate betrayal. I do feel like you are in your head. You do think about this a lot, and when you do, it just gives you anxiety. Um I don't feel very positive feelings regarding how you when you think about them. What is the outcome this week for Pisces and this person? What is the outcome this week? Let's take this one. We have the Queen of Pentacles, the Four of Pentacles, and we have the Hermit. So, some of you this week, you're not even in contact. Some of you are just focusing on your money. I'm seeing a lot of pentacles. So, we have the Queen of Pentacles and Four, which makes Five Pentacles. I feel like if you are giving to this situation or they are, it's nothing. It doesn't feel like something concrete. It doesn't feel like something, even though we have the Queen of Pentacles, it doesn't feel like someone or something you can rely on. I feel like someone could be holding back, maybe even Hermit, with this Hermit, strong Virgo energy. This is an energy of isolation. Maybe if you guys share assets or you have children, this is where you are giving your energy resources, maybe they are, etc. Vice versa. But all in all, I feel like the energy this week is someone is holding back. They're focused on their work, on their money, and you may not even hear from them this week. Let me get, how would you know it's them? This is super specific, Pisces. We have medium skin tone. This also makes me think of Middle Eastern, like Arabian. We have braids, also reddish hair. Oh, wow. As I said, reddish hair, redhead comes out. We have long hair, tall, animated eyes. Back of the deck, we have short. So tall, short. Let me get a little insight. What does Pisces need to hear and know about this connection, this relationship? What do we need to tell Pisces? Let's take this one. Want you back. Yeah, so this is definitely someone who they're not done with you, Pisces. They're either coming back, they're definitely going to be, yeah, there's gonna be an offer here. Some of you, it almost feels like you feel so played out to the point, this is so damaged. Can you really fix this? Can you go back to how it used to be? Clout hungry, says anything, does anything, make shit up. Dramatic, you may be dealing with someone who just makes shit up out of their ass. This could also be you. I'm just reading the energy, guys. You know who you are, you know your situation. This is a collective. So let's get, what would they say to you this week? What would Pisces person say to them this week? What is the hidden truth? I know I was a distraction from your pain. I can't stop thinking about you. All right, Pisces, that's what I am getting. Have a great week.